What is your trick to impress at a job interview? Before you go into an interview, find out something you actually want to know about the company for when they ask, "Do you have any questions?" I asked about an infrastructure project going on, and we talked about some details. It allowed me to show some of my skills and showed that I was interested. My boss later said that was one of the factors for hiring me. 1. Take notes. Be active and engaged in what they are saying. If they mention a particular technology, write that down. 2. Ask questions related to the job, company, etc. Show that you don't want a job, you want this job at this company. 3. Be honest. If you don't know an answer, say I'm not familiar with X. Do you have any suggestions on resources where I could go to learn more? I pretend to be happy and sober and nice and sociable. It actually got me a temporary job and now I have to keep the FAADE up for the rest of the summer. They are even threatening to give me steady employment. I don't know how long I can do this. I don't even know if I'm even pretending anymore. PLS send help. If you don't watch your ass, there's gonna be donuts in the conference room. Always bring a reverse card with me. I'll be asking you a couple questions. Think again, motherfucker. I admit when I don't know something instead of bullshitting. Works best with a competent interviewer. I once had an interview where it felt like the manager was excited to find something I didn't know. You should be very excited to not work for them. In my last job interview I made a really dumb joke which made the interviewers laugh and made it easier for me to feel comfortable and think clearly. Got offered the job at the end of the interview. What would you say if someone walked into an interview with no shirt on and I hired him? He must have had some really nice pants on. So I recently got a job that I would never have guessed. I still think I'm not fully qualified, but I brought a ton of genuine enthusiasm to the table. I was very excited about what they were doing, and I was really excited to learn. I guess that was evident because the interview turned into a discussion, and I got an email from them before I even got home, lol. It's important to note that I just recently graduated undergrad and this is a job aimed for recent grads. I had a teacher say that if there were two people with the same abilities and same education, the interviewer will always choose the one with the most excitement. I do a lot of interviews, some from kids right out of school. One time this young woman comes in and I ask a standard question about does she understand what it is we do and the job she is applying for. She responds, "I have no idea what you do or I would do." Awesome. Interview over. I can kick her out and get 30 minutes back. She proceeds to pull out all of our recruiting material, our website descriptions, detailed research she had done, etc. and show me that it was 100% bullshit corporate doublespeak. Written by consultants, deleted by legal, warmed over by marketing, etc. We made an offer on the spot. Damn, this is some pro level stuff. Is there anything that you think may hold me back in this position? Easy way for you to rebut any issues they might have about X topic had you not asked otherwise. Plus no one will ask that question because they are too scared to hear negative feedback. I came here to say this. I worded mine a bit differently. Is there anything about my resume or interview that concerns you that I could further clarify? I got my job with that question. The interviewer said it was a very confident request and something he'd never heard before. I drove away from that interview feeling like $1,000,000, knowing I had it in the bag. Accidentally dropped my monster condom that I use for my Magnum darn. Job interview to become a porn star? That's just Frank, and he's ready to blow. I do my homework, both in knowing about the company/job and in having some stories from my career ready to tell. Some can easily be adapted to a variety of questions. I'm totally candid about things I don't know or don't have experience in. This has the side effect of adding legitimacy to all the things I do claim to be good at. I approach the interview as though I'm interviewing them to see if I want to take their job or not. Because, honestly, I am. That projects confidence too. This is 100% how I approach things. I know my experience, they've seen it on paper, and decided that I'm worth talking to and/or that I'm at least capable of performing the job before walking in. typically at the beginning of the interview, after confirming my resume and asking me about a few past experiences. It turns into me making sure I actually want this job. What's my life and day-to-day going to be like here? Long hours? Lots of politics? How do you handle intra-office quarrels? How often am I in meetings? Can I see the space I'm working in? No thank you to open office plans. Who do I report to? And how will my performance be assessed? If I'm going to spend 40 hours a week plus commutes getting to this place, I have to make sure it's worth my time. While not necessarily a trick, it's good to learn that not all of those awkward silences need to be filled by your rambling. When asked open-ended questions, answer concisely and honestly, and then shut up. This works in all facets of life. Let other people fill the silence. Hell, even if I think my girlfriend is holding back something, I'll say what's wrong. And maybe she says IDK. Then just wait, and it comes out DDEURE. I just think it's funny how do your research and bring questions, and I don't just mean generic bullshit like why do you like working here, etc. Questions that are specific to this company. I googled the president of the company, found out that he liked college football, and went to Texas Tech. Where did you go to school? Texas Tech. The Red Raiders. That was a tough loss on Saturday. I do not care about college football in the slightest, and would have never known their mascot. That's great. I talked football with our EVP, but he got me confused with someone else who likes hockey too, and I played along at first. I had to follow along this last playoff season to see how his team did, because he'd come up and say don't even say anything. I know. Like I had any clue what was going on. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can see when I upload new daily content. Goodbye.